Do you want a snack first? Yeah? Of course you do. Yeah! Welcome home. Oh, sorry. There are freeloaders at the door, itching to come in. Good job, baby girl. So the surprise for you all is after all of her observation, after her doctor has been observing her for the last 4 days, 5 days, he allowed her some freedom. I'm dry bugging you. I got 2 vitamins. Here, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. She just woke up. So remember, her eyelashes get. Oh, you're gonna cover your food? Okay. All right. So she is allowed romp around time. Where'd you go? Oh, big stretches. Pull the camera up. And the clock starts now. She is allowed 10 minutes of romp around time. And then, where'd she go? Come here. You're wasting your romp around time. You can have these toys over here. You're wasting it sniffing over there. Oh, she's playing with. She's playing footsies. Come here. You're wasting it sniffing. Here, come this way. Romp this way. There you go. There you go. There you go. Of course, she's going to do everything off camera. Yeah. I don't have my phone right next to me, so I can't see what you guys are saying. I'll answer questions in a bit. She did so well. She actually did better, and the doctor was seeing improvements when she had some activity time during the day. Short activity times, because she still was healing. So not only for her mental health, but also just for the fluid levels. I think it works it out of her. It's good that she gets some runaround time. So right now I'm letting her run around the entire room because she's just extra excited. And they let her run around she's playing with herself. That little Tate doll. Sorry, it's really hard to concentrate. I just keep watching her. Yeah, come over here. Come here. She's just really excited. Go everywhere. Give her the feet. Come here. Come here. You played with toys with her there. So she's not on a no toy. Restriction. Oh my goodness. What was I saying? I'm trying to say a lot of things, but also watching her, so I apologize to Luna, I think, who sees me. I do have crib bumpers that one of our volunteers, Amanda, is coming over tomorrow night, so we're going to be putting the crib bumpers around the room, around all of the baseboards, and we'll be putting up bubble wrap and things like that, just to make things extra safe for her activity times. That's what I was saying, but during the supervised times that she was at the hospital, they had her in one of the exam rooms, and her doctor said that she always stopped at the walls and never intentionally crashed into them, like her sight is fine. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you got your fishy back. Look, you got your fishy back. So we'll put some toys in there for her, and I set up her little playpen because I wasn't sure what the plan was when we first went to go get her. So that's what she's gonna sleep in tonight, but she has a much bigger playpen. This is her upgrade that she'll be able to move over into, and she'll be able to stretch her Legos out, and some more room over there too. So we'll put some keys. I'm gonna go get my phone. I don't know how much time has passed. Let me ask you guys. Yeah. Got my phone now. Do you guys hear her chirping? Don't ask me questions yet. I'm gonna answer questions once I want to do her eyes, and then I'm gonna put her in the bigger playpen with some toys, and then I won't, because right now I'm watching her. So let me do her eyes, and then I'll put her in here with some toys, and do what she needs to do. So she's not getting medicine in her eyes anymore. They said her eyes are looking really good, but she saw me sitting like this and was like, nope. Nope. I know what that means. Come here. Come here. I'm not gonna lie. It's true. Come here. Here, play with this. Gotta do your eyes. I know you're really excited. I know you're so happy. I know. I know. So the saline just cleans them out. Which definitely makes her feel better afterwards. Not going anywhere yet. do it. Look at that cotton ball. Oh, you are so soft. I think you got a lot of petting. Your fur feels really soft. Okay, okay. Do you want this? Focus, camera. Focus. Focus on the tater. Focus. Oh my goodness. Trying to get up. There we go. You gonna eat directly from there? Like a big girl? Oh my goodness, you're all grown up. You grew up while you're at the hospital. That's it. No, wait, there's a little bit more. You can squeeze it out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is awkward. There we go. Wait. Okay, for real, that's it. That's the end. You ate the whole thing. You inhaled it. You inhaled it. You inhaled it. Yep. Oh my goodness, you're so squirmy. Wait. Oh my goodness. That's bad. That's a bad rep. That was a bad rep. Let's try that again. Bet. There we go. There's our burrito. There's our burrito. Yeah, got a winky eye, huh? All right, let's go over to this other. Come on, you still. Oh my goodness. The Tater Tot's here. All right, you go in here. There we go. some toys. Some laps. Alright, well, she's in there. Now I can talk while concentrating. Are the unscheduled visits covered by the surgery payment? This last visit was covered. From this last weekend, we had donation. We had enough in the account from donations to cover it, but there's always going to be more, so that's the best way I could answer that. How many, oh yes, right, Juliet. How many 10-minute run breaks does she get a day? Up to 6 a day. Yay, Ivy! I'm glad you got your Tater bracelet. Actually, a bunch of people should have gotten their Tater bracelets either yesterday or today. I do have a pumpkin hat. That's right, the one that was on Nimbus. I don't know if she's big enough for it, but I'll have to look for it. Does Tate still need to take the hydro medicine? Yes, she does. She will likely be on that for life. The one medication, she's on 2 medications now a day instead of 3. One of the medications, it's just a general one that almost all hydro cats and dogs are on. It's one that is supposed to prevent fluid buildup. It doesn't always work alone, and it's not always effective, but it doesn't have side effects. So it's almost always prescribed for life for animals that have hydro. So she'll probably be on that for her life, and she's on a second medication as well right now, which she may or may not be on long term. We'll see. Yeah, so 6 times a day she'll get Right now, I think we'll probably, I really just wanted to give her the room right now, just when we got home. But right now, we'll just use this playpen for her activity times until tomorrow night when the room is all set up. And then we'll see. We'll see if we give her the full room or not. She seems to be doing really well in that playpen. She seems to be using her activity time really well in that playpen. The two playpens together would be too much space for her on a regular basis. That's too big. So it was ruled out, the bump in the head thing was ruled out. But generally, if she has fluid buildup, the reason is because she has hydrocephalus. That's almost always the reason. It's always going to occur for her life. It is, the condition of hydro is that fluid builds up. So having the shunt the shunt is definitely working. It definitely is draining fluid regularly. But that doesn't mean that there aren't times where the fluid might build up. And in her case, it built up a little bit and the shunt drained it. And so that's what we want to see. That's fine. And so she was in observation, to make sure that that little bit of fluid buildup, which is because of hydro, it's because she has hydro, wasn't increasing to a level that, was critical, or increasing to a point where it was affecting her neurologically. And those things didn't happen, so. So, really at this point, I mean, it's really the answer I'm probably always going to give. What causes the fluid buildup? It's because she has hydro. Things to watch for. So things to watch for are, her not eating, her, her energy level dropping. So, we know that this is her norm, is to be really active. So if suddenly, she's not active and playful. Head tilts, balance issues. If her head becomes, exceptionally swollen, so right now, it's not bulging, but if there's any increase in size, those are the types of things to look out for. Same sorts of things that we were looking out for before. Popping her little head up. And she hasn't had any of those symptoms since she's had the shunt in. So that's been fantastic. That's been a huge relief. She goes back for her next checkup in a week, so next Tuesday. I haven't I haven't weighed her since right before the hospital, but she was still about 2 pounds at the end of last week. Her fontanelle, which is the soft spot, she has 2 soft spots actually, but the soft spots on top of her head have not closed. And I'm in touch with many people. I'm in a group with parents who have cats and dogs with hydro, and ages, a few months to 10 years. And so they have a lot of experience, and there are some of their pets that are 2.5 years old and still have an open fontanelle, and some that, or took 2.5 years to close, and some that closed in, within 6 months. So we won't know. We won't know how long it takes for hers to close, or if it even will be closed all the way. So that's time will tell. Will she be spayed? Most likely. She's been through anesthesia and didn't have any issues with it. Spay surgery anesthesia is much less problematic than the anesthesia she's already had. So yeah, she shouldn't have any problems being spayed. She probably will have to wait until she's about 6 months to be spayed, but we definitely want her to be spayed if it's safe. Her neurologist has already talked about her being spayed, and it didn't seem to be a concern of his at this point. She's always, does it cause her to go potty more often? She's always peed a lot ever since she arrived. She was 2 weeks old, and she's always peed a lot. And I think that's because of the extra fluid. So I haven't noticed that she's peed even more. I think that she actually goes about the same amount. I think she does go more. Like the times that she does go a lot. A lot of times you can hear it. When it comes out, it kind of sounds like a faucet. She does look like a tiger pacing. It's like she looks like a caged tiger. She will calm down and go to sleep once I leave the room and stop talking. Hydro does not ever go away. It's not curable. Unfortunately, it does not yet have a cure. Lots of treatments, of course, which is what she has, and she has access to a lot of treatment and the best doctors and a ton of supporters, which is awesome for her. How you feeling, Tate? You feeling a little sleepy? She slept the entire car ride home, I think. I didn't see your head poking around. I slept for days. You slowing down? Her neurologist is so happy with her recovery. He is, I mean, the whole staff there. She has about 15 doctors and vet techs and caregivers in the neurology department who have all looked over her, and all of reception now knows her. So she's made a lot of friends there, and I think she has a really good time there. But it's really amazing to hear her primary neurologist talk about how impressed he is with how well she's doing post-surgery and how well she's recovered. Very proud of this little girl, this little fighter warrior. Okay, lady. It's time for you to go rest. Alright, I'm gonna put her food and her toys in her, or some toys, in her small playpen. And then leave for a bit. I actually have to come back and give her night medicine in a little bit, so. Hopefully she'll be sleepy for that. I hope you liked your party, Taters. Hope you liked your welcome home party. Here. Why do you look like you're ready to break out of here by yourself? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Here. I gotta pick you up. You gotta stop jumping. Gotta stop jumping. Gotta calm down. Gotta calm down. You gotta calm. Why am I eating? What am I eating? Okay. Even in here, she's gonna catch me if you can. I can't grab her. I can't like grab her because of her shunt and stitches. So she's taking advantage of me. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh, you got taller. Like a greased pig. Alright, so I'm leaving for now. I'll be back for meds time before bed. Thank you, Luna, for ceasing. Thanks everyone for the welcome home party. Welcome back, Taters. Later, Tater.